Hello my dear friends, and this is Grace, and welcome to another process video for my double page layout series. And this is page number 4. I have already pre-cut my papers here and then also kind of pre-planned it before I started my video. Now I know that somebody had mentioned that it would be kind of nice to see my process as I went through cutting apart the papers and designing my layout. Um, and the reason why I did not show that here was because it takes a little bit of time, and sometimes I don't like sit there and do this all in one sitting. Sometimes I just set my pictures and then I just walk away and then I do my papers. But um, definitely that I'm going to try to show you more about my process as I go along, or explain to you at least my process as I go along. So first of all, these pictures are of a hiking trip that my family and I did back in I think 2013. And so I decided to use colors that are very um, tone that would match the outdoorsy theme of the pictures. So I picked browns. The background paper that I have is actually not white cardstock, believe it or not. I know that that's kind of like my go-to, but these ones are a little bit kind of a aged look paper from Glitz Designs, I believe. And then I am using some papers from, I think this arrow is My Mind's Eye. I did use some Doodlebug as well. And the one thing that I wanted to mention with this page that I wanted to show was one of the things that I hear people say about double page layout is that you need to have two papers or two pieces of a pattern paper to make it, to use it for a double page spread, that you can't use just one piece of paper. Now it is true that you're going to need two pieces for the background, but it's not necessarily, it doesn't necessarily mean that your background paper needs to be a pattern paper. It could be a cardstock, and it could be like this kind of pattern paper where it's very subtle, and so you could still use your pattern paper that you like even if you just have one sheet. And so that is one thing that you will notice that I would do, or I am doing in this page. I pre-cut the papers, but um, if if you want to believe it, I only used two pattern papers for this page. And you're probably thinking, really, only two? And yes, I will tell you, there's only two. And the reason for that is because they're double-sided. So that paper that I had put in that has arrows, the back side of that is the orange one that I used as borders on the top and the bottom. And then the the diagonal paper that I have right there, there is a brown side, and so I used both brown side and the diagonal. So I really just use little bits and pieces here and there on my page. So if you only have one piece of paper but you want to extend it to a double page spread, you most certainly can do that. I don't know why I can't talk today. I apologize for that. But going back to my layout, so I had to cut the papers again, because when I took my photos and I put it back in, I didn't quite do it the same way. So I kind of expanded my columns a little bit wider than I had normally, or I had originally planned. And so I had to cut the papers again so that it will fit perfectly between the spaces that I have allotted for it. And another thing that I wanted to show you here is, I know that a lot of people are doing Project Life now, and there are also people that maybe have done Project Life but are backing away for it a little bit, but still have those 3x4 and 4x6 cards. Well, in this layout, and also a little peek or an extra double page layout that I will show at the end, you most certainly can use the 3x4 cards, or pocket scrapbooking cards for double page layouts. They actually are the perfect little addition to double page layouts because um, if you notice my double page layouts, they have a lot of photos. Now, it's not necessarily that I just love to put all of the photos on a page, because that is not so, because I'm a trigger happy photographer. So I take more than 20 pictures when I have an event. I usually like take 50 to 100 photos. So to say that I put all of my photos, it's that's not the case. However, I do know that the more photos that I put in my page, the better that I can tell my story at a glance, and I like that idea. So if you have a lot of photos on your page, adding 3x4 cards like what I did here on the columns on the left and on the right, just adding that in between the photos adds a little bit of an unexpected accent to the page, but at the same time, I am using my stash. So I hope that that will help you to inspire you to use those 3x4 pocket cards if you have them, and to in your double page layouts, and also to not be afraid to use just single sheets of paper, because you most definitely can do that in a double page layout. So the title stickers are from KI Memories, and I just got that a Tuesday morning a few years back, and it's glittered white, and I like that. I did cut it in a certain spot because it's spreading across the middle of my double page layout where the division for the two pages would meet. So I had to cut that. And then I'm just dressing up my page here. I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. I have 13 pictures, and all of them are 3x4. And again, this is just pictures of me and my family. We went on a hike to one of the local spots here in town. And I just love being able to find papers that not necessarily like screaming the theme of outdoors. Like, it doesn't have any trees on there, it doesn't have any grass, but the browns of course evoke the outdoors for me, and also the orange. And another thing that I do a lot is to pull the colors of my papers and my projects from the photos, and my son was wearing an orange shirt, and so that's why I chose that. I did add a few more things that I didn't show in the video, but those are just stickers and other elements. And then I have a bonus share at the end of this process video where I showed you how I used some 3x4 and 4x6 cards. So in this page, I used some 3x4 cards as a matting for my photos. And then I also used a 4x6 card for my title. And then I punched out and hand cut some items from pocket cards as my accents. So it is very doable to mix your pocket page cards with double page layout. So don't be afraid to mix those supplies up and see what you come up with. And here are some more close-ups, and let me know if you have any questions. Just leave it in the comment section below, and I will catch you guys later. Bye.